Hey guys, it's Angelo, and in case you didn't know yet, I'm half Italian, which is why my wife and I recently traveled to Rome to visit my Italian relatives for 5 days. Since I wanted to share some of that with you, in this video I'm gonna show you some of the delicious keto-friendly foods that we had there, to maybe give you an idea on things you can try out when you're in Italy. But first, let's talk about our relationship with cheese and milk products. When we're at home in Vienna, we only eat cheese very rarely, as it is very easy to overeat, and we feel a bit leaner and a little better without it. Also, we noticed we get some negative reactions from quote-unquote normal dairy milk products, like pimples in our face or worse digestion, except with butter, which is perfectly fine. That's why when we do eat cheese every once in a while, we try to stick to buffalo, sheep and goat milk cheeses, which we seem to tolerate way better. And since those cheeses are way better in Italy than they are in Austria, we decided a while back to not have any at home, but to have as many as we want whenever we travel to Italy, which is typically once to twice a year. Okay, let's get started. So as soon as we arrived, we went to the supermarket, and we really enjoy going to Conad as they have a great selection. We got some buffalo mozzarella. This one was nothing special, it was just an offer. Then we also got some goat ricotta, ricotta di capra in Italian. We also got some sheep ricotta, which was the best. This was really good. Ricotta di pecora. It's really good, nice and creamy and fatty. Really delicious. We also got some fresh smoked bacon to make with eggs. And here comes our favorite buffalo mozzarella that we got there. We ate this every single day. So if you go to Rome, get the Cilento buffalo mozzarella. Then we also got some ground beef, which is one of our staples also in Vienna for a really good price and very tasty. And some eggs. So yeah, that was our first little shopping trip. And here is some of the delicious Cilento buffalo mozzarella. We like it when it's really juicy, so like this. Other people like it when it stays more firm when you cut it, but we like this one the best. And we also had some fresh buffalo ricotta, but we actually prefer the sheep ricotta, which is a little bit more fatty and creamy. And as you can see, my grandma's cute dog also really enjoyed licking the plate with the buffalo mozzarella and the ricotta. We also went out for dinner once, and this is the seafood plate which we had there. We did of course also have to try out some other sheep cheeses at the supermarket. This one we got at Carrefour, and it was some aged sheep cheese, which was very good. We also ended up trying a couple of San Daniele prosciuttos from the supermarket, which we really enjoyed. And here's a sample meal which we had there. Some ground beef patties and some spinach, both cooked in butter. And here's the butter that we use for cooking, Burro Prealpi, which seemed to be the most yellow one in the supermarket. Here we also bought some mini salsicce, so some small sausages, which were very good and nicely spiced. We also ate some whole chicken, which my grandma made in the oven with some lemon and olive oil, but we skipped most of the potatoes. And this is an example for one of our breakfasts, a couple of eggs and some white tuna in olive oil plus some coffee. Very simple but very tasty. Oh, and the evening before we left, my uncle brought us 2 kilograms of fresh buffalo ricotta, as well as 2 more kilograms of buffalo mozzarella, which was freshly prepared that day. And the morning before departure, we had a really simple breakfast. 2 salsicce, so 2 Italian sausages, which were really nicely spiced and very delicious. As you can see, we ate a ton of buffalo, sheep and goat milk products, probably way more than anyone should in such a short amount of time during our 5 days in Rome. We once again noticed that cheese is very easy to overeat for being so calorie dense, and we both put on a little weight afterwards. Mostly water, but still. So if your weight loss is stalling, I definitely recommend you try cutting out cheese and milk products, except butter, for a while to see if that helps. Another thing worth noting. As you probably know, we've been following a mostly carnivore style ketogenic diet since first trying it out in February, as we usually don't feel the need to add veggies to our meals on most days, and we feel better without them. But in this case, since we were staying with my sweet Italian grandma and we didn't want her to worry about our health, we made sure to add some keto-friendly vegetables like zucchini or spinach to our meals. And that's the crazy thing. None of our relatives would ever worry about our health if they saw us eating sweets all the time, drinking soft drinks, and starting our day with some sweetened cornflakes or some other junk. But as soon as they see you eat a nutritious meal like eggs with bacon and some butter for breakfast, or a steak without sides, they start to worry about your health, as they're so heavily influenced by all the dietary dogma and lies they've been told over the past few decades about fat, cholesterol, and meat. Sadly, these beliefs run so deep that it's very hard for many to let go of them until they start looking into it more closely and experience it for themselves. Oh, and lastly, we are not saints, so if it's worth it, we do sometimes cheat when we're on vacation. We cheated 3 times while we were in Rome. The first time with a piece of homemade chocolate cake, which my aunt made, especially for us, without any flour, using only dark chocolate, eggs, butter, and sugar. I made sure to tell her about low-carb sweeteners like erythritol afterwards, and we did add some heavy cream on top. It was really good. And the other 2 times while we were in the city, we shared a delicious gluten-free tiramisu and each had a small ice cream. So as you can see, while we're really strict with what we eat at home, because we really value feeling and looking our best, when we do travel, we do sometimes make exceptions, but only if it's worth it. I hope this video helped you get some ideas about some delicious keto-friendly options in Italy, or maybe even in your local supermarket if they have those there. And another take-home message, if your goal is weight loss, try cutting out cheese and milk products for a while and see if that helps you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe if you want to see more in the future. See you soon.